This is John Paul Ryan. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. I want to talk about this article here where Piers Morgan slams Meghan Markle. Seems like a lot of people are doing that these days. Let's get into it. A load of yap. Piers Morgan slams whining Meghan Markle and Prince Harry after Duchess, liberal, and woke Fortune interview. And not only an interview, but they also released this really woke video. And my gut feeling tells me, Harry would not be doing this stuff if it weren't for Meghan Markle. Piers Morgan slammed Meghan Markle and Prince Harry as yapping and whining in an extended TV rant this morning. Speaking on Good Morning Britain, Piers hit out at the pair after Meghan, 39, spoke at Fortune's Most Powerful Women Summit by video link, saying the current coronavirus pandemic was forcing people to go through a reset. Now, I gotta ask you guys to think about this for a minute, okay? Like, Amber Heard is invested and involved in all these charities and these groups about being a leader and a powerful woman, and Meghan Markle is now coming out and she's speaking as most powerful woman. What the fuck? These women, before they met the men they were with, were pretty much nobodies, okay? Meghan Markle did a string of very small time TV shows and things like that. Amber Heard did almost nothing. So if you're defending these two, think about where they came from and who they're trying to be right now. Honestly, any of your friends who are in their 20s or something could do what these women are doing. They're not actually anyone special. That's the thing that bothers me. That's why when they do something wrong or they're called out, I'm really critical of it. But Piers took objection to Meghan's contribution and teased, despite the pair's repeated requests for privacy, they were more prevalent than ever. And yeah, that's one criticism rightfully they're getting, is that they're saying we want to be private. Then they're going out and doing these things. If you want to fucking be private, just be private. Shut the phone off, limit it to your best friends and family, and be private for a year. Shut up. But I don't think they actually do want to be private. They want to say they want to be private about things they want to be private about, but they don't want to be private about everything. And you can't really have it both ways if you're famous. The Duchess has popped again in her daily address to the world. He laughs. She's a very private lady, as you know, he added, calling her my old friend. There's not a day that goes by without these two whining, complaining, suing. In the Fortune interview, which cost $10,000 to attend, Meghan told the audience, if you look back at anything that I've said, it's really interesting because what ends up being inflammatory, it seems, is people's interpretations of it. But if you listen to what I actually say, it's not controversial. And actually, some of it is just reactive to things that haven't happened, which in some ways I think you have to have a sense of humor about it, even though there is quite a lot of gravity and there can be a lot of danger and misinterpretation of something that was never there to begin with. But Piers objected to this. She says nothing she says is ever controversial. I guess they meant she says nothing she ever says is controversial. She says she no longer reacts to anything, whether it's critical or positive. She doesn't notice it, she doesn't react to it. What she really means is nothing I say is controversial because I'm right about everything. This is kind of liberal, woke thing. Yeah, and I totally agree. When you're on the side of identity politics and, cancel culture, things you say have to be right. They have to just be right, as if you're some perfect person, some perfect paladin. I've been saying here all the time that, taking offense is a big problem. If everybody just kind of had sticks and stones will break my bones attitude, we'd be in a much better place right now. But everybody scrutinizes and, puts every word under the microscope. What did they mean by using the race in that word and the religion in that word, or whatever it happens to be? And then we have all kind of problems and issues, people being fired, people arguing online, people, trolling, things like that. She also said bots and trolls were changing the way people interacted with each other, both online and in person. Meghan also advised those watching to focus on living a purpose-driven life, adding, don't listen to the noise. Well, the thing is, I've said here before that the noise actually has some good information. Your job and our job in general is to figure out what part of the noise makes sense and is valuable. So when you're a journalist, the hardest part about being a journalist is figuring out what's bullshit and what isn't bullshit. It's the same thing online. Yeah, there's, I'm going to say, maybe trillions of, words, phrases, articles, videos. I mean, there's got to be at this point like billions, maybe not trillions. There's got to be like billions and billions of bits of information out there. And what we got to do is figure out what's real and what's fake. And that's why sometimes I say, it's okay to read tabloids, because within the information they're putting out, there are going to be some things that are going to be real there. You just got to try to understand what in there isn't real. And also, if they flat out lie, they're going to get sued. So it can't be like a complete falsified story. Like if you guys know the National Enquirer, when I was a kid, it was like, elementary school teacher turns into alien. They had crazy headlines just to sell the papers, and we're not quite dealing with that in these tabloids. So I'm taking a look, trying to find out what's in there, what's right, what's not. I think I said that before. You guys, let me know down below what you think. Are you on Meghan Markle's side? Do you think that these political videos, this life away from the royals is good? Do you think Piers Morgan was wrong for slamming her? I'm on his side on this one. And I personally think that she didn't intend on being a royal for her whole life, forever. I think she probably is with Harry for his personal status. They just, my gut feeling, my own opinion is like they don't really make the most compatible couple. Let's do some shout outs. Not a lefty, thank you, see you here all the time. And shout out to Honey Bunny, who needs a profile pic, because that would be better than the regular blue. Stumble my words, because we're finished here. If you're not subscribed here, click that subscribe button. You'll get videos, it'll be great. If you don't subscribe, I'll be pretty sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.